Hello students, in our last class we had discussed chapter 8 up to the nerves. So today in this video we will discuss the next part of this chapter, that is reflex action. So students, have you ever touched a hot pan? What you feel? So reflex action, in this topic reflex action we will discuss these things. Okay, so what it is written: if you accidentally touch a hot iron, you withdraw your hand immediately. Suppose you have accidentally touched a hot iron, what you do? We immediately withdraw our hand. This is an automatic reaction. We do it automatically. Okay, it happens so fast that you do not take any time to think about it. We do it so fast, we do not need any time to think about these things. It happens by itself, even if you are concentrating elsewhere. Such automatic actions are called reflex actions. Such automatic actions are called what? Reflex action. In these cases, the message does not go to the brain. So in reflex action, the message doesn't go to the brain. The spinal cord senses the danger and takes action immediately. Spinal cord senses the danger that we are touching an hot iron, and what it do? It immediately send actions to avoid damage to the body. Okay. Pulling away your hand as soon as you touch something hot, blinking when something enters the eye, putting up your hand to stop something hitting your face, ducking to escape being hit, and so on are examples of reflex action. So these are the examples of reflex action. What we do in reflex action? We give the reactions automatically. Okay, your brain is responsible for coordinating most of your movements. Our brain is responsible for many of the movements. So there are some movements that you have to learn. You learn to ride a bicycle or to play a piano. Once you have practiced enough, your brain starts sending the instruction to the muscles almost automatically. After learning these things, what riding a bicycle or playing a piano, once you have practiced enough, what our brain do? Our brain send the instruction to our muscles automatically. You no longer have to think about what to do. Then we don't need to think about what we do. Okay. So next is the sense organs. You know how many sense organs are there? There are 5 sense organs that help you to know about your surroundings. They are sight, smell, touch, hearing, and taste. So what are the sense organs? Eyes, nose, skin, ears, and tongue are called sense organs. These are the sense organs. And what are their functions? Eyes help us to see. Nose helps us to smell the things. Skin help us to touch. Ears help us to hear. Okay, and tongue help us to taste the things. So one by one we will discuss the things. Okay, first one is the eyes. Your eyes give you the sense of sight. You know very well, our eyes gives us a sense of sight, means to see the things. Your eyes and brain work together. So our eyes and brain work together. They are connected to each other and help you see things. Your eye is very sensitive and is like a round ball. You can see in this picture, our eyes are like an round ball. It is found in a socket in the skull and is well protected. So our eyes is found in the skull and it is well protected. The eyelids protect the eyes from dust and bright light. So here it is iris. You can see here. Here is the iris. And what is the function of iris? The eyelids protect the eyes from dust and bright light. So eyelids protect the eyes from dust and bright light. Your eyes give you the maximum information about the world around you. So our eyes gives us the maximum information about the world around us. They can differentiate color, shapes, sizes, and distances of objects around you. So the colored part of the eye is called the iris. Here the colored part you can see in this picture. Colored part is called the what? Iris. Okay. And the light passes through the pupil. So here it is pupil. You can see under the iris there is a pupil. So what is the function of pupil? Light passes through the pupil. The outer light passes through the pupil, which is the space in the center of the iris, and it is present in the center of the iris. Behind the pupil is the lens, which helps to focus light from objects that you see into the retina. So behind the pupil there is a lens which help us to focus the light from objects that you see into the retina. So light enters through the where pupil and it goes to the retina. So images of the objects are thus formed on the retina. So images are formed on the retina. The retina has special cells that are sensitive to light and color. So retina have special kind of cells that are very sensitive to light and color. The information about the image formed is sent to the brain through the optic nerve. So from the eye, which part send the message to the brain? Optic nerve. You can underline these things. The information about the image formed is sent to the brain through the optic nerve. Okay. Next is what? The ears. Okay, you can see the picture. There is a picture inside our ear. Okay, you have two ears, we know very well, one on either side of the head. Having two ears helps you to find where a sound is coming from. The part of the ear that is seen outside is called the external ear. So what is external ear? Which can be seen from the outside. Okay, it is like a funnel. So what is the meaning of funnel? Have you seen funnel? Yes, a tube that is wide at the top and narrow at the bottom and used to pour liquids into a small opening. So these are called funnel that collects the sound. So external ear collect the sound from the outside. Okay, the sound passes to the eardrum. Then what do? After sound come in external ear, then it goes to the eardrum. You can see this picture, eardrum. Okay. Then the eardrum starts vibrating. So after reaching the sound in eardrum, what eardrum do? It starts vibrating like the skin of a tabla. It is given an example. So then the vibration pass through three bones in the middle ear and then into the inner ear. So after reaching eardrum, the sound passes through the middle ear. Here it is middle ear, this part, and then it goes to the inner ear. Okay, the vibrations are changed into signals. So after coming here the sound, it converted to signals or messages in the inner ear. So in this part the vibration converted into signals or messages, and then what happened? It sent the and passed to the brain through nerves. So after reaching here, it passes through the brain through nerves. It passes to the brain through nerves. So who passes these signals? The nerves of the ear. Okay, next sense organs is the nose. So how does the smell of a perfume reach you? Have you ever think how the smell of a perfume reach you? So there is a kind of molecule. So what are molecules? You will read in higher classes. Molecules is a kind of small droplets, you can say here, of perfume mixed with the air. It mixes with the air and reach your nose. Inside your nose at the ends of nerve. So inside our nose there is an end of nerve that detect the smell of these molecules, and these nerves detect the smell of the perfume. Messages are then sent to the brain through the nerves. Then again what happened? The messages are sent to the brain. Who is sending the messages? Again the nerves. Your brain finds out what the smell is. Then your brain finds out what the smell is. This is why you are unable to smell when you have a blocked nose. That's why when we have a blocked nose, we are not able to recognize the smell. Okay. Next is the sense organs, that is tongue. So you can taste sweet, salt, sour and bitter food. Your tongue helps you to taste. So which things help us to taste the thing? Our tongue. The surface of the tongue has a many tiny bumps called taste buds. So inside our tongue, the surface of the tongue have some tiny taste buds which help us to recognize the taste. Okay, these taste buds contain the ends of nerves. So these taste buds also contain the ends of nerves. The nerves detect that four main kinds of taste and send messages to the brain. Then again nerves send these messages then to the brain. And the last one is the skin. Last sense organ is the skin. Your skin covers your body and protects the inside of your body from dirt, germs and from getting hurt. So you know very well the skin is present outside our body and it protects the inside our body. Inside our body there are many organs now, so skin protects that organs from dirt, germs and from getting hurt. The skin also contains many nerve endings. So our skin also contains many nerve endings. These are sensitive to pain. So our skin is sensitive to pain, pressure, touch, heat and cold. That is how your skin acts as a sense organs. Some parts of your skin such as your fingertips have more nerves ending than other parts. So our fingertips contain more nerve endings than any other parts, so they are more sensitive. So students, that's for today. We have completed the chapter 8, which is also there in your second term. So I hope you understood the whole chapter. Now your homework is you have to draw this picture in your copy. The picture inside the eye, and the another homework is to draw the ear. Okay, these things are your homework. You have to draw the picture of inside the eye, that is page number 63, and next is page number 64. Okay, ear. And this chapter exercise questions are I have given in the app. So okay students, thank you.